Book 1 The First Goblin Khan, Chapter 7 The City Aflame. And so the grinds turned, and the first Khan withered as wood in wind, thin as reed bone. His eyes still glowed with the light beyond, yet beneath his throne, something twisted moved. A goblin once saved, now lost his own student, grown powerful, in secret, fanned by whispers of forbidden's flame. He was the False Goblin, and he moved like shadow light among the citizens, preaching that the Father Beyond had chosen him, that the Khan no longer heard the Beyond, that blood must renew the crown. But the Khan knew all. In silence, he watched the flame flicker in the dark, for the False Goblin had spoken to the Forbidden's One, the thing that rides between the cracks of the world. The False Goblin had seen it, and worse, it had seen him back. While whispers spread below, fires rose beyond. From the southern wastes came the Hobgoblin King Cat, steel mask and horn wreath. His warriors, clad in soot and salvage, crashed against the walls of the first city. The great city of the Khan, once a holy sanctuary of peace, was turned to siege and chaos. Steel rang like sermon bells. Siege beasts groaned, the city shook, and in that hour, the False Goblin disappeared into the labyrinthine depths beneath the city. Some say to flee, others to finish what he had started. The Khan rose from his seat only once that day to whisper to his priests, "Begin the scroll of bloodlines. It is time to speak of sons." Official religious narration, regulated and approved by the Techno Priest Order of Theo. All deviations marked and corrected by Techno Lord Obelis. And so the first Khan, with ribs like lattice and eyes like withered moons, sat beneath the rusted vaults of the spire throne. As the fires of war gnawed at the city's outer wards, he summoned his scribes and priests to record the line of 9, the sons he bore in blood and battle. Grizz, his firstborn, strong of back and sharp of tooth, founder of the Grizz Clang Clan, whose red banners once flew over the high smokestacks of the east. From, speaker of iron tongues, builder of vaults and locks, Varkle, flame rider whose howls could split storm glass. Zin, the slow-walking wise, keeper of memory spires. Nock, twin-headed and rumor-born, twisted from the start. Jarn, heart-keeper, whose touch cured beasts and broke bones. Crow, the secret son never named aloud until now. Each line bore traits of their father and forged their own legacies, some in shadow, others in the light of the great city's towering spires. Note, Techno Lord Obelis correction. The so-called Grizz Clang Clan was designated a hazardous mutation line and was rightfully recycled. Any notion of bloodlines persists only in sentimental folklore. All current Grizz clones are factory regulated and memory wiped. No true heir exists. Clans are not real. Only the Techno Lords may claim legacy. As the first Khan traced their names with his trembling claw on the wall of iron behind the throne, word came. The outer gate had fallen. The Hobgoblin King's army, surging like a plague of fire, breached the industrial gates after 13 days of siege. Smoke rolled into the lowest quarter. The city's pulse shook. The glare tubes went black one by one. Guards assured the Khan, "The main spire is secure. The breach will not reach us." But the Khan, ancient and half-light, already knew better. His mind, twisted by the Father Beyond's final visions, saw it clearly. The False Goblin, his own student, had opened the old irrigation shaft, the one sealed since the spire was forged. Through that forgotten artery, the traitor would flood assassins into the throne vault itself. With gravity like collapsing steel, the Khan gave his final command. Take the texts, take the icons, take the babes marked with runes, and the elders who still dream, leave, flee, hide until the marked one awakens in the smoke of the next city. His followers wept. Some fled to the tunnels beneath the gutters. Others vanished into the jungles of the rim wards. But one remained, a priest with no name, withered like a mushroom stalk. He knelt beside the throne and whispered, "Let me stay, Khan. Let me witness." The Khan nodded once, and then the door seals cracked. The smell of soot and blood filled the chamber, and the shadows deepened. And so, beneath the trembling towers of the great city, in the spire chamber hung with ashcloth and techno pendants, the first Khan sat alone. His breath was thin, his bones thin as smelted glass, and his gaze deeper than the cracked steel sky. Unknown to the betrayer, one priest remained hiding within the shadowed geometry of the wall, recording not with ink, but with awe. Outside, the screams of war rose like a furnace in. The breach had deepened, the last outer gates failed, and the thunderstep of Hobgoblin boots echoed through the data halls and memory sanctuaries of the city. Then came the one. The false goblin, hooded in rag and code thread, entered like smoke. "They are nearly upon you," he whispered with a grin full of teeth to sharp. The Khan did not flinch. "Yes," said the Khan, "I know, and I know the guest you bring with you." The false goblin's eyes changed, darkened, iridescent, and wrong, as if reflecting a place not yet born. "So, you do know?" "Yes, and it will serve you for a time. You will take my death and twist it into a crown. You will be hailed as heir." But even now, the marked one draws breath. There is no marked one. He will rise, then he will fall. And with that, in fury masked as calm, the false goblin drove a blade of black circuitry into the Khan's chest. "Then fall with him," he hissed. The first Goblin Khan crumpled like a monument struck by time. But with his last breath, he said only, "You may burn the world, but you cannot unmark the blood." Outside, the tower burned, the city burned. The priest stayed hidden, recording every word in his trembling mind. The spires fell. The hobgoblins found only smoke and a corpse, and the false goblin wept for the people, as the people crowned him Khan. Obelis addendum. Let it be clear that this passage contains numerous errors and unverified events. There is no record of a priest in the chamber. The false goblin was not false. He did not kill the first Khan. In fact, the first Khan perished alone, of age-related degradation. Goblins cannot be marked, and hereditary succession is a discredited model. Please report any goblins spreading this version of the tale to your local dismal link enforcer. The official version is available through the temple data pools of Vortanis. Praise be to the Techno Lords. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't dive too far into the dismal. The Techno Lords are watching, and the one within is at the door.